Hello, welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we review and discuss all things dinosaur. Well, how have you guys been? It has been a while, I know. I had to take some time off, recharge the batteries, was really concerned with the progress of the channel. Basically all my channels, but we're going to just talk about this one. And I had to just step away because I just needed to step away. You know what I'm saying? And clear my head and come back and, fresh and ready to go. And here I am. While I was away, I didn't stop, ordering my models. So you see we got Amargasaurus here. I've got the Haolonggood Camarasaurus, and on the way is the PNSO version of that, and of course I'm going to be reviewing all of those. I'm considering peeping that W Dragon Tyrannosaurus Rex. I have to investigate, and I may end up with that. But that is enough about that. That's caught you guys up. So I already stated we've got the Haolonggood Amargasaurus here, 135 scale. Comes in two different colors, as Haolonggood always does. You've got that green, and then you have the, I'm going to call it like a beige brown kind of color. And if you look at the spines on the neck, it's kind of like orange, black, and yellow. And yeah, looking pretty good. I know all this because I've already opened and have the model standing by, if you will. So as far as the packaging is concerned, you already know if you've been into Haolonggood's products. The top, they have samples, thumbnails of some of their other products. They tend to try to keep it, on one side or the other, the sides being either herbivore or carnivore. You saw those were all carnivores on that side. We've got the same thing going on the other side. I just noticed something. Let me go back. Yeah, they're going in opposite directions. I don't know if that's ever happened before. I've got to check, but if it has, I've been oblivious. But I've noticed it now. Like I said, I've already opened the packaging, and I could tell you that something new Haolonggood has introduced, and they've given us these pamphlets. You all know about pamphlets when it comes to PNSO. This is Haolonggood doing it for the first time. You got the full scale, the same thing, the same image that we have on the packaging, and it's informational. It's in the native tongue. As you can see, we've got some illustrations, scalation there, some toy photography, if you will. Looks pretty nice. And yeah, so something new from Haolonggood. So gotta appreciate that. Here's a 360-degree view of this beautiful model, this beautiful representation of an Amargasaurus by Haolonggood. They continue to knock it out the park when it comes to their herbivores, and their take on Amargasaurus is they're still doing their thing. This is very nice coloration, as I had hoped, and I am not disappointed. I chose this color over the green. I don't, most of the time I don't get both iterations of the models. I just get one, and I have to decide which color. I choose green a lot, but for some reason, I don't know, this just got me. It may have been the spines on the neck that did it for me, but this is what I went with, and I am not disappointed with my choice. While our Amargasaurus is rotating on the base, just a little about Amargasaurus. This, of course, as you can tell, is a sauropod. It was a smaller sauropod. As sauropods go, it's estimated to be between 30 and 43 feet long. Obviously, the majority of that length is that tail, as it is once again, relatively speaking, a short-necked sauropod, as you can tell. Weighed, I believe, 3-4 tons, something like that. It existed in the early Cretaceous, about 129.4 to 122 million years ago in South America, in the area that we now know as Argentina, for sure. So I read in some text when I was gathering the information about, what preyed upon it. And I was getting some very dubious, answers back. So I didn't go with it. I was getting acrocanthosaurs and tyrannosaurs, and there's no way, because those are North American animals. So I didn't even take it with a grain of salt. I dismissed that all together. This particular model is, according to Haolonggood, 12.2 inches long. So that when you do your calculations at the 135 scale, this is right somewhere in the middle of that range of 30 to 43 feet. It comes in representative of a 35-foot long animal. So this is just great. There is only one specimen, believe it or not. We only have one specimen of Amargasaurus, discovered in '84, and it was finally described in 1991. So it's amazing, all this time we haven't found anything else. It's related to Dicraeosaurus. In fact, it's part of the Dicraeosaur family, even though from what we know, Dicraeosaurus didn't have spines on the neck. But be that as it may, it is part of that family. So let's get our Amargasaurus off the base and take a closer look at it, shall we? As always, we'll start at the head, and in this case, the head and the neck are where all the fun things happen. So there we go. You see the skull. We actually have. I should have mentioned about when I was talking about we only have a single specimen. We actually have a fragmentary skull, which is rare when it comes to sauropods. Many of the sauropods that have been discovered are headless for some reason, probably because the heads are so small and, they get separated and crushed and everything else. But we actually have a skull for Amargasaurus. The skull in this case, since we only have one specimen. You look here, very nice. I'm trying to see if Haolonggood is still continuing their blue eye, black pupil situation that they've been doing a lot. It's difficult for me to tell in this case, but no, there's no blue in with this guy. There is. It looks like it's a black pupil to me. We've got, you see where the mouth is, and the for lack of a better term, I don't want to call it a beak, but you see the paint apps there on the lips, the front, the snout, if you will, of the animal. And this is the part that I think what got me really wanting this particular color. And I'm going to zoom out just a bit so we can take more of it in. And I'm talking about the spines on the neck there. I'm not even going to, I should have done the neck first, but I'm getting right to it. And I love the coloration that Haolonggood has done there. It starts off like in like a flaming kind of orange, and then it melts into a yellow, a greenish yellow, or yellow green, however you want to call it. And then, of course, we've got the dark brown speckles and spots. And now going in reverse, they flow into the neck where it gets darker, as you can see. And the base color of the animal is that beige kind of creamy beige kind of color there, and you got the spots. Very nice. And of course, the underside, there's nothing going on, the soft flesh underside. We have, if you look carefully, you could see skin stretching right there, so that's great attention to detail. And you've got some skin crunching right here, so very nice. Looking at the torso there, this is the coloration there. It's kind of like a gray, and then you've got the brown type of markings there, the speckles, the body that is looking grayish, but it's really like that, like I said, that beige, that brownish kind of color down there. And it does melt into some gray, like this area is kind of gray right there. And the legs, everything is looking nice there. You've got the feet, the toes there. Turn it around. You have the thumb claws, very small and subtle. You've got the underbelly, since we're right here, and you can see the wrinkles. Since I do have it up there, we do have our cloaca right there. The hind limb, this left limb, you see the animal is pushing off on it. And we've got the toes down there painted a dark brown. I would believe that it is what that is. And then you have the tail. Nice and tapering. Like I said, the animal for a sauropod might be on the small side, but most of that length is still taken up by tail. And speaking of the tail, you see it suddenly goes solid, and we have this like that flaming orange color again. And there's some like a dark dry spray or wash on it. Turn it around to the other side. And we have that. You see the striping going up. It's very nice. That right hind limb is stepping forward. Very, very nice. Then we have our right side of the animal. And yeah, looking very nice. The pose is kind of nice. You can see that the animal is walking along. Its head is up, like it almost, I don't know. It kind of sort of, let me back it up, and so we can get a better look as I describe what I'm talking about here. And what I'm talking about is, I get it. It looks like it's prancing. Its head is proudly up where it is. I get prancing vibes, like a horse, like a prize thoroughbred, prancing for a sauropod. Anyway, what do you guys think? I could be tripping. Anyway, let's do some comparisons. First, we have a Dicraeosaurus, also by Haolonggood, and this is the species for which the entire family is named. It's a little bit larger than an Amargasaurus, but you can see, sans the scales on the neck, why Amargasaurus would be placed in this order. You can see from the Dicraeosaurus, it also is sporting for sauropods, a short neck and a long tapering tail. Next, we have PNSO's Amargasaurus. This is from the museum line. This is technically a deluxe figure from them, and this goes way back as far as PNSO is concerned. It is larger than the Haolonggood version, But the wild thing is, I got this at about 14 inches long, and you do the calculations, that puts that Amargasaurus right at 40 feet. So it's still, it could still be swung as a 135 scale. So you could rock these two together, one being smaller than the other, but they're not technically out of scale if we go by those 30 to 43 foot measurements. And just so you can get an idea of what is meant when it's stated that Amargasaurus was small for a sauropod, what better way to demonstrate that than to have it up against the Alamosaurus, and also from Haolonggood. So yeah, can't even get all of the Alamo in frame there, but you get the idea. And just so our Amargasaurus doesn't feel insecure about being outclassed size-wise by everything we put in front of him, we have our 135 scale human, our very own Ian Malcolm, as I lovingly have dubbed him. And you can see the size of a Amargasaurus next to a human. And even though they're small for sauropods, still pretty large. So my thoughts on the Haolonggood 135 scale Amargasaurus: I'm loving it. I chose wisely with picking this color right here. I mean, I would have chosen wisely if I had gotten the green one, but I'm happy that I got this color. It's not as vibrant as the green would have been, but you guys, if you've been around me long enough, you know my feelings, my theory on larger animals, that they were not very vibrant. Even though this one, could pass for it, small by dinosaur standards, so it probably could have gotten away with some brighter colors. And I could be wrong. Everything was big back then, so the paradigm, everything was probably different in terms of how everything was viewed, since that was their norm, being giants and all that stuff. There may very well have been some colorful specimens, species walking around, but I'm going by what we know today, and what we know today is, in most cases, larger animals are a duller kind of color, and they can still find ways to be beautiful. Like this, I would deem this to be a male simply because of how bright that tail is, and of course the double spines on the neck. It would probably be used for display purposes. The same with the tail, whipping it back and forth to catch a female's eye. But once again, that's just speculation. But that's a lot of the fun when you're into prehistoric animals, when you're into dinosaurs. And that is exactly why I'm here. The speculation is, like I said, half the fun. And all of the fun is bringing all this to you guys. Thank you for rocking with me. Please let me know what you think about the Haolonggood Amargasaurus in the comment section below. And we're trying to get back on track. I've been going for a minute, but I'm back now. So if you were on the fence about subscribing, or if you actually unsubscribed while I was gone, do me a solid and resubscribe, or subscribe for the first time, and like the video and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload another video. The next video will be the Haolonggood Camarasaurus. So Sauropod City right about now. So yes, indeed, got it going on. And then, yeah, we're going to have another sauropod with Camarasaurus, but it'll be from PNSO somewhere down the line. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys there. Hopefully you will be seeing me. Thanks again, everybody. Take care.